Now, I'm always quarreling because protocol is always annoying me. They always talk about all those people holding government offices, but they forget to address the people who make it possible for them to get salaries. They forget to address people who run industries, who have businesses, who are leaders, who make our country tick. So allow me to address the entire captains of industry, of business, of commerce, and the investors from abroad, the investors from Uganda, people who make our country have a meaning. Let me address you all. But what a pleasure to know that those who are here are our clients. And what a pleasure. I thank God for that. I am here, first of all, to thank God. Just think about it. I'm asking my friends who founded this organization, who are serving in this organization, who are partners in this organization, to reflect and recount our blessings, one by one, and wonder what God can do for us. Who knew that we would all be alive 20 years later, celebrating Kampala Associated Advocates Foundation, when we are all alive with our families. We are here sitting with our spouses, with our staff. God be praised. So this is the day that the good Lord has made for us to rejoice in it. And thank you so much for coming. It is sometimes a bit insulting to call you clients, because we have gone beyond clients. We have become family friends. I'm seeing the Madivani group here. I'm seeing Brother Sudhir here. These are people who gave me work not 20 years ago, 30 years ago. When I formed the organization, I became the only lawyer for Current Bank. I became the only lawyer for the Madivani family. When I joined the KAA, they came along. And they are sitting here. Now, are those clients? This is family. When Ambassador Nimisha here, her mother passed away last month. I was not able to be there. But on the news of her passing away, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Matiko, our managing partner, drove to Kakira before any even of the traditional family relatives could arrive. And they were there. And they drove from there after midnight. And there was I being asked to give a speech from Dubai when I had accompanied His Excellency in the recent Dubai Expo, because I couldn't attend the barrier. We are not looking at you as clients. You are family. Because normally a lawyer and the client, the relationship is, you give me a case, I solve the case, you pay my fees, and that's the end of the business. In our case, you give me a case, I deal with the case, you come with a problem, I assure you, consider your problem solved. And all of you are here, you know you have had a problem, and you have come to KA, and it has been solved. Normally lawyers do not always say, oh, we have never lost a case. That's the best way to know I'm a good lawyer. No, that's not the case. Sometimes you can lose a case because it was a bad case, but you can mitigate the punishment if you have a good lawyer. But as far as I'm concerned, starting with this brute sitting next to me here, I don't remember any case KAA has lost in recent times or at all. I don't remember. They must be there. You come to KAA, you consider it solved. Now I want to tell you and thank God for our current legal team in Kampala Associated Advocates, headed by an incredible, talented young man. He's absolutely phenomenal character. His name, Joseph Matsiko. Please stand up with your lovely, beautiful wife, whom I have always called Miss KAA. This guy is running an organization he glues the firm and partnership and associate partners and staff and administration. He glues it using one foundation, integrity. Understanding, tolerance, and teaching, and humility. We have a team of lawyers young lawyers who joined us. Zuleika, where are you? Zuleika, please stand up. If you can assist her to stand up more. Thank you. That is a partner in Kampala Associated Advocates. By sheer brute of competence and extreme intelligence, you are missing it. If Zuleika has not served you, you are missing it. She's a director. His Excellency the President has appointed her, like he appointed the Minister Mayanja and appointed our brother, the Honorable Chief Justice Bart Katurebe. He appointed her recently to be on the board of Uganda National Oil Company. What a confidence to our firm. What a confidence to your ability. Zuleika, you know it. I'm always very proud of you. Very. And I'm glad to know that you are my partner. And 20 years later, from today, we will be around 90. I would like to stand here and address you when you are the managing partner of the firm. We have Jet Tumwebaze. Where is he? Now, some of the lawyers are brutal. Please stand up. You need a lawyer sometimes who's brutal, where he goes to court and is not forgiving the opponent, and is brave, and is a fighter, and is real, and he's researched, and he has the confidence, and he has the eloquence, and he stands in front of television and speaks, and people listen. Jet Tumwebaze, how are you? We are very happy. This is one guy that worked with our firm from university when he had tried to become guild president of the university. We picked him. He started as an associate. He grew up into being a partner, a full partner with equal shares with me and others, and Zuleika. This is great. Then we have another man called Augustine Idot. Augustine Idot, Ejakite, where are you? These people who are small looking are dangerous. These people who look hungry and, like Cassius said in Julius Caesar's Shakespeare, they are dangerous people. That guy, if he has served you and you know that you have got Idot's attention, he's in charge of intellectual property. He's in charge of telecom industry. You know MTN is our big client. That gentleman can marshal, and I'm so glad to see you here amidst us, the former commissioner, my brother, executive director of Communication Commission. I'm so happy because you know what Idot can deliver into the communication sector and in the intellectual property sector. Idot has put this thing together. He's been the chairman of this thing. You can see the quality. And when I walked in here, I told my wife, I said, this must be Idot's hand. So you need anybody creative, there he is. That is him. There is a guy called Musinguzi, Bruce. Where are you? Because I've not seen the idiot. That's another brutal person. In areas of income tax and taxation, areas of taxation, areas of litigation, areas of pleading, Bruce. These are young boys who have trained with big degrees from United States, with master's degree from top universities in Washington. You know, Bruce, thank you for holding your ground. Yeah, thank you for being valued by all the partners. In our meetings, when Bruce has not expressed himself, we think there's something lacking. Until we hear him saying this, until we think that, because he knows so much, sometimes we refer him as the head of CMY, because he knows everything about anything. Bruce, it's a pleasure meeting you. Edison, have I missed any other young partner who has joined us?
No.
Him, this guy here. I have nothing much to say, except that I suffered a lot paying school fees because he went to expensive schools, and I'm glad he has lived up to my expectation. What I hear about him is other lawyers who are here who say if they hear Edison is appearing in court against them, that they hate that day that it has happened. So please forgive your colleagues, but maintain the standards of KAA. Your mother is very proud of you. Thank you. Now, have I finished the young partners who joined us? There are associate partners who are all here. There are many. So I cannot make all of you stand up. But thank you for holding the firm with integrity, with professionalism. You come to office and I always see your smiles. Every time I walk in there, I take a round and I find beaming young lawyers, girls. We have a team of young women who have even been winning the Women Lawyers of the Year. And recently we recruited one of the girls. I was told by a lawyer, I haven't met her. I was told, you recruited this girl? She's been the best in LDC. You are going to find the future partner in this girl. I think she's 24. This is what we built. Now allow me to talk about the founding partners. Yeah, the gurus, the big heavyweights. I don't know how it came about, but God has his ways. God has his ways. I was serving as a member of parliament, and I was running my firm on the side, Karuhanga and Kampala Advocates. But it was not strong. I had big clients. I had Nairo Breweries, I had Madvani, I had Brother Sudi. I could pay my way. I actually paid my political campaigns through my big clients. At one time, I received such a big check. I said, oh, this is fantastic. I don't need any other lawyer to work with me. But something kept on telling me, you will never grow if you walk alone. If you walk alone, you will never grow. But if you walk with others, you will go very far. And that's, I think, a Chinese proverb. So something told me, who is the best lawyer in Uganda? The head of the bar. Who is the person you like? So I took energies and walked into the Attorney General's office. I said, can I see the Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda, the head of the bar, the advisor of government, the friend of Museveni, the one who has got a constituency which is unshakable from Bunyaruguru? They said, okay, come and see him. He said, what can I do for you, Elly? I said, I've come to ask you to resign your job and join me, and we'll start a law firm called whatever name, and it will be the best law firm in a short time, and you will never look back. He looked at me and said, I have been thinking about this thing. I said, forget these jobs, forget big names. Stop being important. Let's go and work for the people. Our profession is going to the dogs. Let's start something fresh. He said, Elly, I have been thinking about this. Actually, I was thinking about approaching you to join me. I said, so, two people of the same kind, of the same breed, please put your hands together and thank the Chief Justice Emeritus of the Republic of Uganda. Unfortunately, we had through different ways. I had a friend called Paul Bujingo, and that son was studying in London. And that son was trying to get a job with a big law firm called Dentons. So he knew the Dentons. And we brought them here. And he was Attorney General. And he gave us some work. But through that, we created an association with this Denton firm. So he was already aware of the Dentons. So we agreed, we work, we associate with them. Then he said, you know what? I know a good lawyer called Oscar Kambona. Oh my God, what a bombshell. A complete bombshell of a young lawyer. Then Bart has this characteristic. When you see him in public, he looks very dignified, important, very civil, and very difficult to approach. So normally I don't visit him with Bernadette without my wife, because if I go alone, I'll come back very, very late. And it is the time when any wife, even if she's not here, she will say, is a husband who is self-respecting coming home at such a time without any explanation? When you go to visit them, you will laugh your heart out. You will find a totally different human being, a good man. And, you know, that's what he brought into our office. He grew our farm. And then he approached, after approaching Oscar, he brought Sam Mayanja. Now, that one, I don't know why he hasn't arrived. Maybe the president has told him not to come, because now he has got two officers, two commanders. But that guy is indefatigable. When he's walking in the corridors, you can see that he's got a purpose. And he's uncompromising. I would not ask Sam Mayanja to be a minister of foreign affairs. I think he should be kept in lands and other portfolios. Because within our farm, when we have our own private meetings, diplomacy is not his word. His idea of life is say what you think, whatever the case might be. And later on, sometimes when he has overdone it, I have to go to his office and say, Sam, my brother, that was a bit too much. He says, let's pray. But you need somebody like that. And he writes his articles and he does his things, but he's someone that has been a great addition to our farm. No wonder His Excellency the President has identified him as a true person that can serve in his cabinet. There you are. Those are the 4 original people who walked into the offices without any money, did the first partitioning, were the first clients in Workers' House, where I had been serving as chairman of NSSF, and we opened our doors. Shortly after, 6 months later, to be exact, I think, Peter was approached by Bart, and Peter joined Kampala Associated Advocates. What a catch, what a fish, what an animal. When I tell him there was a king in my area called so and so, oh, he said his grandfather, he knows everything. That man knows everything. Fear him. He is the beginning and end of a lawyer. He will always caution you about conflict of interest. He will always tell you, let's not go for the money. Let's go for integrity. Peter, you are a great lesson to our farm. I'm glad I knew you when we were young. Now, there are 2 other people. After that, we received all these young partners, and some have even left. But I'm proud to say that whoever dropped his foot and head into the doors of KAA has not been a waste. We have outside of our farm more than 15 law firms which have been formed by our young lawyers who worked for us. And I'm glad to see that they are all here. Isn't that not a pleasure? It's like a tree with a lot of roots. That's stability. So within the profession, I am pleased that we have been able to inculcate legal principles, professionalism, integrity in our legal profession. I thank God and thank you, all of you who have come to be with us to celebrate these 20 years. Through our firm, we have passed more than 300 lawyers who come for clerkship and go. And sometimes they come back, and sometimes they go. We feel we have made a contribution to our country. I want to thank the entire staff of Kampala Associated Advocates who have maintained our unity, our integrity, our ethos of service, and our motto, consider it solved. I want to thank three administration staff. One is Vivian Kemigisa. Vivian, stand up. She came with me. She was working with me in Kampala Associated Advocates. She's still with us 20 years later. I want to thank Mukasa. Where are you, William Mukasa? Our legal clerk. He has been with us for 20 years. I want to thank Florence. Where are you? Kawakami from Karuhanga. Oh, she came with Oscar. Am I right, Oscar? She has been with us for 20 years. Now, why do you think such a thing can happen? It's because they are welcome. You know, I don't know how to continue thanking, but there are two other people I want to thank. One is a young lady called Rachel Dumba. She runs a private consultancy firm. Rachel has been completely outstanding. Working with Joseph, Rachel, I don't know whether she's here, but if she's not here, she has helped us, she has helped the partners to really position our firm correctly, on the right course. Such people are gifted, and we have benefited lots and lots from them. The other person that must be mentioned here for thanks is a young man called Paul Bujingo. Paul Bujingo has been the external spiritual guardian angel of Kampala Associated Advocates out there in the world. He's been a partner, the youngest partner in these huge law firms, in Denton's, in Simmons and Simmons, now he's in Curtis. He has always been a member of our partnership without benefiting from it financially. He is a patriot of our firm. I want us to put our hands together and congratulate him. I want to thank the government. And I want to thank our guest of honor who is delayed, Mr. Chiriowa Chiwanuka. Chiriowa Chiwanuka was supposed to be a founding partner of Kampala Associated Advocates. He attended all our meetings to set up Kampala Associated Advocates. To the level when we had to propose a name of the organization. Should it be Katurebe and Company Advocates, Karuhanga and Katurebe, Kambona, Katurebe, Karuhanga, Mayanja, until KK, I think it was KK, correct me if I'm wrong. KK was a young, incredibly aggressive lawyer. And I wanted him to join us so bad, so I approached him. And so he attended our meetings. And he proposed, let's have a generic name, Kampala Associated Advocates. And we supported him. And we started the name. So he's the founder member of Kampala Associated Advocates. And now he's the Attorney General. And now he's our guest of honor, 20 years later. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. God has his ways. And I thank God. When he was appointed, I said, if they had asked me to propose a name for the Attorney General, I would have proposed you. But of course I wasn't. So I don't take, don't hang me for it, if you are not happy with the choice. So those are the people I must thank. Now, let me tell you, there is nothing you can praise. You can do all the things I have said. But if out there, the clients don't warm to you, you can just wind up and go home. So the real meaning of this is celebrate our clients. The people who believe in us, the people who opened their hearts to us, the people who welcomed us, the people who trusted in us, whether we are in or out or wrong, or whether we are short on timing, they said we will stay with Kampala Associated Advocates. We are in a very crowded market. There are more than 5,000 lawyers out there. There are more than 600 law firms. But for Kampala Associated Advocates to be an icon, a Kilimanjaro mountain, and being in Kilimanjaro to be a Kibo, the little mountain that sticks out most at Kilimanjaro in the head of Africa, for KAA to be the iconic firm in our country, it is not because of our work. It is because that you trusted us, because you've believed in us. You think we can deliver, and you know that you can consider your problems solved if you come to KAA. And this is not celebrate us. This is celebrate you. And I'm glad that you have come. When I look at you, every table, I know from where I am sitting. Over there is Mr. Tan. He is running Wagagai mining factory. It's a new one in Busia. That company alone has already invested about $400 million in a gold mine. That mine, in about 6, 7, 10 years, will be able to pay the entire debt of Uganda. One mine. He's sitting here. He's our client. Ni hao. Next to him is the head of Sinok, the company that is investing billions to get our oil out of the ground to the markets of the world, and is awarding tenders galore. Thank you for thinking KAA is worth working for you. Over here, I've just already told you, is my friend. He's married to a Ugandan. He's a Ugandan Muzungu. He's MTN boss, the largest taxpayer in our country. I don't know whether that's arguable or not. Mr. Sudhir will have to correct me. Over here, as I told, is the Madhumani family. Over here is Sudhir. And I don't know why Josna is not with us, but give her our warm, affectionate regards. And I'm just using the front table. And over there, sitting with Charles, is some guy I don't see properly because his bald head is likely to be like mine, but we are getting some. But throughout this meeting, we are going to bond. We are going to bond, and we are going to be friends. I want to thank the government of the Republic of Uganda and His Excellency the President for always coming to Kampala Associated Advocates and giving us instructions to defend the most complicated cases against the government, including those against him, including all the petitions. Since he stood as president about 40 years ago, he has never stood without a petition, and he has never failed to come to KAA to represent him. That vote of confidence is something we want to thank him. And also we thank him for the peace he has brought in our country and security. So, my friends, what can I say? I end up with God. Count our blessings. Keep us in your hearts. If we make a mistake, if we falter, if we don't keep the timelines, please forgive us. We shall correct those mistakes. Keep our vaults open. Pay our fees. on time. And thank you for always doing that. And for us, we can only ask God that in another 20 years' time, some of us will be 90. But at the 50th anniversary, most of the founding partners will be away doing some other work somewhere on another part of the planet. But those of you who are behind, we have built this organization to stay. We call it Kampala Associated Advocates forever. It will never change. It will be owned by the youngest lawyer working in the firm now. There will be a partner, and the grandchildren and the grandchildren. It is not ours, it is yours. I declare this interesting occasion open, and I ask my friends to bond with you. Many of you don't know us. Some of us even don't know who we are. You don't even know some of the partners that I've introduced. You are seeing them for the first time. My name is Elly Karuhanga. I represent the country called Seychelles in Uganda. It calls itself a 21-year-old girl country. Why? Because at 21, you are beautiful, you are blossoming, you are well-dressed, you are now educated, you are capable of getting married, you can take on another spouse. Oh my God. That is what KA is in my eyes and in your eyes. We are the beautiful law firm of choice for Ugandans and for our clients. God bless you. Let's enjoy our party. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.